Welcome to the channel That is Danger, and let's get straight into it. The beautiful but not well informed Miss Cardi B, aka That's Dangerous. I mean Miss Dangerous. But before I get into that, let me remind Cardi who she endorsed during this election, and also explain to her or to you guys how does and taxes affect not just citizens but also companies and the government.
But guess what? If you're like me, you're not going to have your taxes are going to be raised, not cut. If you benefit from that.
But they still voted for him. This is what happens when you raise taxes. Let's see. That leftover cash flow is what businesses use for expansion and new investment. Higher taxes will reduce it, discouraging expansion and decreasing supply. High corporate taxes would also reduce the profitability of new investments, further dampening the incentive to increase production. So basically, what this is telling us, if they're not gonna get revenue out of it, or they're not gonna supply it, they're not gonna manufacture whatever product you buy, whether it's shoes, pants, computers, whatever. They're just not gonna they're not gonna invest on manufacturing when they know that since taxes are higher, people are not gonna use their money, or rather, they're gonna save the money than to just go ahead and splurge. And this one also caught my eye. What would happen if taxes are raised? They also largely indicate that tax increases can generate increased revenue for government, but often at the expense of economic growth and mobility for taxpayers. Conversely, tax cuts tend to produce short-lived revenue decreases while promoting long-term economic growth. So, like I said earlier, they're not going to invest on any type of product if they're not going to make the revenue that they projected. As for the government and how they reap the benefits of taxes, well, duh, they're taxing us. They're gonna get that's how they get their raises. For whatever reason, it takes 10 to 15 years for a citizen to get or the minimum wage to increase. But a politician, all they have to do is just vote on it, and they get that increase, which happens about every 2 to 5 years. And like I said, the beautiful Cardi B, but the not well informed Cardi B.
Let me tell you something. When I be complaining about food prices, and y'all motherfuckers be like, "Ain't you rich? Why you complaining about lettuce? Why you complaining about this?" That just goes to show me when you become successful, when you have money, you're gonna go broke soon because y'all not budgeting. I get a summary of the money that's being spent in my home every week. So when I'm starting to see that like groceries is like tripling up, it's like, hey, yo, what the fuck is going on? I want to see for myself what the fuck shit is being spent on. And like when I go to the fucking supermarket, like I went to the supermarket, I'm seeing that everything tripled up. That like lettuce was like $2 a couple of months ago, and now it's like fucking seven. Of course, I'm gonna say something. The fuck? Because if I think that shit is crazy, I can only imagine what middle class people or people in the hood is motherfucking thinking. So yes, I'm going to say something. The fuck? And I have a big platform, so I do want anybody that's responsible of these fucking prices to put that shit the fuck down. They're gonna see my shit, they might put it down.
And I'm not gonna talk shit about Cardi B, but I would say that she's misinformed. The only reason I say she's misinformed, like, and not just her, most of us are misinformed. I was misinformed because I really didn't ask questions. And how she's misinformed is exactly the videotape that I showed earlier. Um, Biden told you what he was going to do. He was going to raise taxes. And after that, I showed what happens after taxes are raised. So did she actually took the time to look for herself and not somebody that followed trends? Give her that did they not give her that information? Did she get that information herself? Because if she did, I don't think she would have endorsed Trump, not Trump, Joe Biden. There's no way in hell. Uh, she genuinely looks like and sounds like she cares about people. which is obviously fine. But like she stated earlier in her post, she has a big platform, and she feels like, I believe she said she feels like she has a responsibility. Well, if you're gonna use your platform in that way, since it is big, you have a bigger responsibility to actually get into what's behind. I would say, I'm saying marketing. What's behind the marketing? Because come on, all this is just a market ploy to get a vote in. And since you do have a big platform, you do have the responsibility to actually get into what you're talking about, whether it's an endorsement for a president or any type of candidate or a product. You should actually invest your time and get behind that product, meaning that investigate, actually use it. And as for politicians, actually talk to them and look at their prior voting habits, and that's how you truly inform people. Since you have a big platform, you have a bigger responsibility. Myself, I don't get out there as much, but as time goes by, I would speak my mind on other things. Yeah, but you know what? I'm not even trying to get ahead of myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video out. But before I cut it short, let me go ahead and talk and show a video on this black lady who's not so nice, and I actually love it.
I know damn well Cardi B, of all people, is not complaining about inflation. I gotta sit down for this rant. First of all, you the one who pushed Joe Biden on the American people, especially the black people and Hispanic people. You did that. You the one who got on your lives supporting this racist son of a. You the one sitting up there talking about jail reform, jail reform. You know the president that you supported, that they paid you to support, and that you screamed everything for, was a racist and backed the 3-strike law and wanted black men to be murdered in jail. Did you not know that? Bitch, shut up. Shut up. You done said enough. All right, you're in the first stages of your Little Kim phase, where your whole face is starting to look like Little Kim. So you need to stop talking about politics, period. Stick to songs. Stick to songs about your okay? That's what you're good at. Other than that, politics, if you say one more
Yeah. Cardi B definitely got wild. That shit. Homegirl went off. You know what? She's right, man. It's somewhat what I stated earlier, just in a different way. And you know, she actually threw some facts out there that I didn't want to get into. But anyways, man, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this video down and see what happens or see what comes up that catches my eye, and we'll do another video on it. So like and subscribe.